Our MC is transported into a brutal fantasy world, but due to a system error, he is trapped in the tutorial zone, not for a few days, but for a long 22 years. The system error forces him to fight the same monsters for years, resetting him to level 1 every time he's about to escape that hellish zone. Now, the controller who trapped him has finally dumped him into the real world, believing he is just a weak, level 5 player. They have no idea they have just unleashed a newbie with the stats of a god. This is a world of Thelharathna, where candidates are transferred to survive until death. In that moment, we see a dog attack a boy, but the boy quickly hits the wolf with a stone. He was confused about what was going on and what was wrong with the dog, but the dog tries to attack him again, but the boy hits it with the stone. The boy looks at the dog and wonders if the dog is dead. He was sure that if he did not kill the dog, he would be dead, but the dog stood up and started walking towards him. The boy got to the edge of the cliff, and he wondered what dog was attacking him. In the meantime, a window popped up showing a message of guidelines, which showed the dog's abilities, and another message popped up that, if the player defeats the monster, he will level up and gain experience. The boy was surely confused about what was going on. Is he stuck in a fantasy game world? He tries to remember where things go wrong. He wakes up slowly at noon. Being a lazy one, he was discharged from the mandatory military service 3 months ago, and he was relaxing, so he walked towards the computer to kill some time. The boy's name is Ryu Han-bin. He had believed that after the service, he would be part of society, but the last 3 months were nothing but a black haze. Nothing has changed. While using the computer, he felt bored. Suddenly, a black smoke started coming up from beneath the chair while Ryu Han-bin was eating chips, and the smoke started entering his body. He started to scream, but he vanished and appeared in a back and while world where he could listen to somebody saying, "The chosen one has been gathered," and the other said, "Is this all we get? There are supposed to be 7 billion candidates." All the candidates were asleep, but Ryu Han-bin was slightly awake and wondered who it was that was a god. He can't see anything. The other one replied that because of 7 billion, we were able to find this many chosen ones. Ryu Han-bin is confused about what they are talking about. One of them says to transmit the guidelines to all the players, and the other one asks for confirmation, and one of them explains that it will boost the motivation of the players. One of them transmits the guideline, but the guideline passes through Ryu Han-bin's chest, which hurts him like hell. The one who transmitted it informs that he made a mistake transmitting the guideline to a player, and the other one dismisses it. Back to the present, where Ryu Han-bin continues hitting the dog with a stone, cursing his fate. What about life? And what about my parents? And what's going to be my life? And he starts smashing the ground while thinking he just got discharged 3 months ago. He has not even dated a girl yet. And then a window message popped up. You have less than 5% chance to survive with your current health. He started to laugh nervously, thinking if he was really testing my nerves, and another window message popped up. Are you going to end your life? He thinks about those who kidnapped people and abandoned them in a different world to be killed or kill the monsters to survive. If he dies, they won't send him home, so he should stay calm-headed. He knew for sure he wouldn't go back home even if he died. He stands up with a resolve that he will survive and find the way out of here. At that time, a window popped up. Please select one skill. He got happy to see since he can't always fight with his bare hands. Looking at the warrior class, he dismisses it, mocking it as fun in only games, not real life. He chose the magician class, which will be best for distance combat. The system rejects it because he lacks the capability for this class. Then he chose a magic swordsman, who had also been rejected. Then he chose a healer who was also rejected. At the end, he had to choose the warrior class. The system asked him to select a weapon and he wanted a long-distance weapon, and he chose a long spear, but he got a long sword instead of a long spear. And the system starts showing error. With that error, the system window disappeared. The boy stared, wondering what's going on with the system. What is this error? And the window completely closed. Then he remembered the mistake of transmitting the guideline. He cursed him because the guy learned this was only useful thing for him, and he started laughing because he doesn't want to act like those wanted. He looks at the sword and thinks it is better than the rock. He doesn't want to die anymore. This is how his life of hellish begins. He tried to swing the sword, but the sword was heavy. He could not handle it properly and fell on the ground. Tears started to flow from his eyes. It has been 7 days since he came to Thelharathna. He has asked many times for guidelines about his return home, but every time the system remains silent. Is it because of the bug? In any case, he has to fight to live. The dog hits him on the shoulder and runs from behind. He yelled at him not to, don't run. The monster he fought was always hell dogs. He had learned one thing, that the dogs are also level up. He thinks every time he swings his sword, they use that opportunity to rush and attack him. And how can they use their head to fight him each day? They are getting used to fighting with me, like he is getting used to fighting them. Then he jumped in the air to attack the dog, but the dog dodged the attack. He cursed him because he didn't have the talent with a sword at all. The dog jumped in the air to attack him, but he managed to strike the dog. The system windows pop up showing the result of defeating the Hell Dog, and his stats increased after reaching level 2. He got the skill of Stab. He may not have properly handled the sword, but his Stab skill can be used easily as he browses through the guideline. He noticed that the Hell Dog is considered to be a perfect food, but other parts, like teeth and claws, quickly become dull and cannot be used. This place is definitely artificially created. He thinks there must be a reason they brought them here, since it wouldn't make any sense to stuck them here for nothing. He wondered if he had heard about 7 billion candidates and where they would be sent. Soon after, a window message pops up. You may leave your current area once you reach level 5, and can meet up with other chosen ones, and soon windows start to pop up showing multiple messages. The Rock Mountain is a safe zone where candidates can learn about their situation and grow up to level 5. Once the candidate reaches level 20, he will be able to complete the map and travel to the Thelna Rathna continent. His head started to blow up, so the safe zone area is for the newbie to level up to 5, and then the main area comes, where he can join the party and level up to 20, and then he will be transported to the Ratna continent, where the real fight begins. The system started to show him the error again. So, it's true that the Hell Dogs were getting stronger. That can be an important fact, but he can go home. But the system doesn't respond, so he thinks he can't trust the guideline. He needs to meet up with others and gather more information. He needs to level up and leave the safe zone. After that, he started to look around and hunt down the Hellhounds. The Hell Dogs are also getting stronger, so defeating them is not easy. He got the 284 experience points and gained a new level, and learned a new skill, Side Slash. He started to face ever-growing Hell Dogs and fought them, got injured, but killed them, and ate them, and went to sleep, and so on. The circle goes on, and fought numerous Hell Dogs, and on the 27th day, Ryu Hanbin reached level 5 and learned 3 skills. First Stab, second Side Slash, third Vertical Slash. Apart from that, his physique has also got a fine, even long sword that was difficult for him to lift, and now he could easily swing it. When he looks at the system window, it shows the error again, and his level goes from level 4 to level 1. Seeing it, he got stunned, but he brushed it off. The guideline is spazzing out again. It's just a massage. As he looked at his stats, all the stats were the same apart from the level, which went down to 1. He freaked out to see this, but he tries to calm down. So my level is again 1, but my stats or skills are the same. Since he is in a safe zone and the Hell Dogs will be at level 1, that means he can just increase his stats more easily. He was quite happy to think about that. However, he was totally wrong that Hell Dogs were getting stronger despite their level. He continued to put his life on the line in each fight. Every time he goes to level 5, he is dragged back to level 1, and this cycle continues. He kept killing the Hell Dogs and continued to grow stronger, and kept checking his experience. Now he was about to reach level 5. He quoted that people say 7 is a lucky number, and he lived in this hell-like situation for the last 7 years, so this time he will reach level 5. He doesn't get old, and due to his recovery ability, he heals his injuries in a single day. Returning to level 1 didn't decrease his stats, but he couldn't learn a new skill since he couldn't get past level 4. The only skills he has are Stab, Side Slash, and Vertical Slash, and the Hell Dogs only got stronger as his stats continued to increase. The system said monsters were placed to help the Chosen One get stronger, but they are here just so the Chosen One can kill them. But how can you kill something already dead? Well, same could be said for Ryu Hanbin. And then we see the black and white world again, where a guy says guidelines are transmitted to the Chosen One completely. He stretches himself while thinking he has gotten quite used to it since it's his 5th time. He was quite hopeful to find some useful players this time. And then he noticed a world, and wondered if it was a disposed or broken world. It is quite suspicious. When he flips it, it's Ryu Hanbin currently logged into Thelna Rathna. Ryu Hanbin opens his eyes and thinks, is he back home? And gets to sleep again. And the system window pops up, will you end your own life? He was about to click on it, but he pulled his hand off. He wondered where he was now. He was killing the Hell Dogs over the past 10 years. Even falling from a cliff didn't kill him. But he is again at level 1. He was so frustrated. He thinks for a moment to quit, but he closed that window and stood up to fight again. If he is going to die, he will make it worth it. With a single strike, he killed a Hell Dog. After being stuck in this hell for 10 years, he gave up counting the days. He wonders how much longer he has been here after that. 5 years? 7 years? He ended up developing a hobby, and even came up with work to do. This environment did not allow one to become lazy. His new swords fit perfectly in his hand. This is now his reality. He decided to live his life and do things that he wanted. He made a home for himself. He did not get any rage while fighting Hell Dogs. He was quite happy. The Hell Dog with his palm strike at him and threw him towards his house, which is also destroyed. Ryu Hanbin gets mad because it's taken 3 years to build this house, and how dare you to pound it into dust. His rage was at its peak. He knew it was a bit small, so next time he will build a palace with hell dog bones. The hell dog started to fly in the air and started launching an attack on him. The attack was Dragon's Breath. Rai Hanbin is not expecting this attack. It was a huge fire attack that destroyed everything in its way. But the hell dog was shocked to see that Ryu Hanbin had blocked the attack with his body and sword. This attack only manages to burn a tip of his hair. The hell dog started to prepare another attack, and Ryu Hanbin used his sword to pull the ground up to block the attack, and then lunged forward for the final cut, but only manages to cut a nail of hell dog. He seriously still doesn't have the swordman skill, but he kicked the hell dogs, and the skill he used more than 1,0,0,0,0 times: vertical slash, side slash, and stab. He has combined these 3 skills into one cross impact. No one was left standing after taking this attack. He was happy to survive another day. Back to the black and white world, where we can call this guy the controller. He remembered Ryu Hanbin. He wondered why he was here. It's the 5th generation operation, and Ryu Hanbin was in the 3rd generation, who went to Thelha Rathna, which means it has been 22 years. The controller was completely shocked. He won't have an excuse if Ryu Hanbin finds out. He either can't kill him. The controller noticed Ryu Hanbin's stats. Because of level 4, stats were low, so the controller got an idea to deal with Ryu Hanbin. While Ryu Hanbin was eating after defeating the hell dog, and he looked at his stats, where he was at level 4 and extra stats were shown, but he didn't have any idea how strong these. He wants something tasty and to meet other people, and he doesn't know how long he has to live here. But he knew for sure that as long as he was alive, he would get out of here one day. At that moment, controller did something, and Ryu Hanbin noticed something in the sky. The controller knew if he did this, there may be some problems, but all he had to do to delete all Ryu Hanbin records, since he would end up dying anyway in the Rathna continent. And Ryu Hanbin started to pull down towards Rathna continent. The controller is also commencing transport of chosen ones to the designated level. Ryu Hanbin can't believe his eyes. Without warning, and why all of a sudden? He still can't believe it. He was in the South Forest in the Grylut Kingdom of Northern Rathna continent. He was enjoying the lake water. He doesn't know what's going on. Still, it's not home, but it's better than the mountain. He looks at his stats and wonders. He got level 5, and got a skill called communication. At that moment, he remembered that he had to reach level 20 to come to Rathna continent. He thinks the system is still bugged. A window message popped up, but he did not see the window like before. It is a final mission to kill 6 goddesses of Rathna. The mission reward is that you can also go back to Earth. Suddenly, a dragon came up. He was shocked to see a monster, and cursed him for appearing first of all. The dragon was angry for entering his forest. Ryu Hanbin noticed he didn't have his sword. He wants to grab his sword, but the dragon was about to launch a fire-breathing attack on him. Ryu knew he didn't have time to grab the sword now. He dodged the attack and lunged toward the dragon and hit the dragon with his bare fist, sending it flying in the air. He was shocked to see the result of his punch. There once lived a brilliant dragon in the sky, dragon knights of the Xrad kingdom. That dragon mount's name was Efer, and was the great pride of the knights. However, a great ordeal came upon Efer. It came in the form of the kingdom's prince, who whined about wanting to ride her. However, mounting a dragon was not a simple feat, and in the end, the prince died a sudden death. Efer's poor knight was executed, and Efer herself was able to escape the kingdom with the help of the other kind knights. The lonely dragon who now lived in the forest didn't even have time to mourn, because the forest was where many otherworldly humans would frequently appear. However, despite receiving training, she would never kill her opponents. I'll let him live. So was this kind Efer really a source of terrible disaster? It was then that countless otherworldly hunters gathered together to hunt our poor dragon. Being badly beaten, Efer thought to herself that letting the otherworldly humans live was a bad idea. After that, you guys kept appearing, so she had no choice. Besides, she is not a dragon. Dragons have 4 legs, and their wings are located on their shoulders. Wyverns have wings on their forelegs. She is a wyvern. She pleaded him to let him go. But Ryu Hanbin asked her, "How do you know I'm from another world?" She told him that she can't tell by just looking, but their bodies disappear when they die. Ryu Hanbin gets this, so no one can identify me based on my appearance only. Ryu Hanbin asked him, "Isn't this the Satha forest in Grylut Kingdom?" Wyvern told him that Grylut Kingdom was destroyed long ago. It's now called Xrad Kingdom. Ryu Hanbin doesn't get anything what's going on while Wyvern plead him not to don't kill her. Ryu Hanbin asked her, "Why do you attack me? You should laid low." Wyvern told him because he is an otherworldly demon. With a demonic look, Ryu Hanbin asked her who the demon was. "It wasn't me," the goddess said. Ryu Hanbin asked her to tell me in detail. Otherworldly humans have started to appear in Rathna 40 years ago, and then stopped and asked him to let her go. She is in pain. Ryu Hanbin yelled at her, "Tell me about them, or you will get beaten by me." He gets on the back of her, She tells him that at first, the otherworldly humans and Rathians got along, but it didn't last long. Otherworldly humans started killing Rathians in order to increase their levels. The more powerful ones banded together and created Great Earth, a group with the goal of killing the goddess. Otherworldly humans are strong because, just like dragons do, these humans can easily level up just by killing their opponents. There was no way to fight against them when they were being led by a leader who was level 100. So before they came, Baralt the Sword King, Zenobia the Archmage, Gaffon the Terrible, Holian the Transcendentalist of Life and Death. The continent's 4 heroes massacred the otherworldly humans in an instant. After that, the 6 goddess blessed the continent. Earthlings are otherworldly demons that have made contracts with the wicked demon god, which is why they are quickly executed. Ryu Hanbin got angered hearing all this. He has been kidnapped and rotted in rock mountains for dozens of years, and now he finds out the whole continent will be his enemy if anyone finds out he is otherworldly. All of this happens before he was born, and goddesses are scary enough to do this. He will do anything to live, even if he needs to kill that demon god, and he will get back to home alive. But he can't let live her alive, so she may leaked his identity. She begged him to not kill her. She will not tell anyone about you. When you leave the South Forest, you see a huge castle wall that stretches across the horizon. It is a city in the northern part of the X-Rad Kingdom. Not only is the size of the city large, but it also has a big population of residents. Nearby, there is the Saith Forest and a dungeon in the Ifan Plains where countless monsters continuously appear. Many hunters try to get rich quickly by putting their lives on the line. Onpros Hunters Guild. The people who come here are either hunters, people who want to become hunters, or otherworldly beings. People were amazed by the appearance of the Ryu Hanbin. One of people yelled at him but soon get back. The recaptioned asked him, "Sorry, Sir Hunter." She doesn't recognize him. "Is this you, first time to coming Onpros Hunters Guild?" She asked him. How can she assist him? Ryu Hanbin asked her that he wants to become a hunter. Hearing this, everybody gets shocked.